Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Ouachita News Show. I'm Allie Hilkema.
And I'm Lucy Barrera. We are so excited to be bringing you the news on all things Ouachita this week.
We sure are. And things are certainly ramping up and staying busy as the school year comes to a close. But before we get into all of that, let's get a weather update from Ouachita News reporter Blaine Jeter. Blaine, can you tell us what to expect?
Thank you, Allie. Let's give you an overview of the weather for this week. We're seeing a rise in temperatures today with the hot spring getting close to summer weather as its lowest of 65 degrees to a high of 84 degrees, which is mostly partly cloudy and mild with 40% of rain and a thunderstorm around PM time, so keep a jacket or a hoodie on standby. Now with the forecast for this week, as on Thursday, it's the lowest of 66 degrees and the highs of 78 degrees with a high of 80% of humidity and a big chance of thunderstorms. So make sure you have a jacket, hoodie, or an umbrella nearby in case you have class during that storm. Friday has a low of 65 degrees and a high of 8 degrees, but you may have to keep your jacket and umbrella with you as there's a high of thunderstorms, again with a 91% humidity and mild low clouds. This weekend starts with Saturday having a low of 65 degrees and a high of 81 degrees around the PM times. There is a stray thunderstorm overcast, and on Sunday there is still humidity and partly cloudy and warm as also a stray thunderstorm during the AM times and has a low of 66 degrees and a high of 85 degrees. So be sure to be careful out there in case of thunderstorms and a little humidity. And of course pollen, because it's the spring season of course. So make sure you're staying all safe out there and have a great rest of the week, Tigers. Predictions are provided by AccuWeather. Now back to the desk.
Thanks for that update, Blaine. Looking back to this past Thursday, April 17th, members of the Ouachita community put on an event called A Walk for Life in order to raise money for the Pregnancy Resource Center for Southwest Arkansas. Participants walked along Main Street on Arkadelphia Square. Present at the event were food trucks, stroller racing, and more. The walk encouraged donations to the Pregnancy Resource Center and raised awareness towards its endeavors. Rebecca Payton, who was present at the event, was able to gather multiple comments from participants and volunteers. Let's see what they have to say.
This class, spring class, we start in the beginning of the year where students in a social entrepreneurship class look for ways to come alongside local nonprofits. So it's kind of a two-part project. The first part is to act like an internal consultant to the nonprofits, to see their to look at the value proposition, what they can do to support, and then to put together a fundraiser where we look for funding and volunteer hours. And today we're here to celebrate the Pregnancy Resource Center and with a nice walk to spread awareness and to engage students to do good in our societies, in our communities.
Okay, so today we're at the Walk for Life for the Pregnancy Resource Center, and this is for our social entrepreneurship class with Johan Eriksson. And truly it's just an event to help support the Pregnancy Resource Center in any way that we can. And we've had a lot of people show up, and so we're super excited to see how this event goes. And yeah, it's beautiful weather, and we're so hopeful to see the funds that we get to raise and help out the community of Arkadelphia and the Pregnancy Resource Center.
Yeah, so I'm the office coordinator at the Pregnancy Resource Center, and the four that planned it, they came to me and they were like, we want to do this 5K. We're hoping to get a lot of people out there and a lot of donations for this Pregnancy Resource Center. And I was like, of course, okay. And I really they planned all of it. I was just the person that was helping them out with information about the center, and obviously we have a booth here and everything, but they planned everything. And honestly, a lot more people there are a lot of people here, and I'm very shocked, and it has exceeded my expectations, and it's really been amazing so far. So yeah.
Also occurring this past week was the infamous Wolfapalooza, put on by Ouachita Rec Life. This event welcomed the spring sunshine by inviting participants to enjoy some lawn games with some sweet puppies from the Humane Society of Clark County. Our very own Ouachita reporter Rebecca Payton has more on the story. Rebecca?
Good afternoon, Tigers. I'm Rebecca Payton, and I'm here at the heart of campus where the Wolfapalooza event is going on behind me. Today, I had the opportunity to interview staff and students to talk about the heart and the reason behind this event.
Rec Life and Student Life partnered up to create an event for students with pickleball, lawn games, puppies, and ice cream.
Arkansas has beautiful springs, and we want to celebrate that. People are starting to get a little bit stressed as they realize what is looming ahead with finals. And so this event is just to get people outside.
Rec Life and Student Life also partnered with the Humane Society, who just recently lost their facility due to the major flooding that occurred a couple weeks ago. They are looking to raise money to build a new facility in a new location in town so that they can continue their work of helping animals in need.
You know, it's just been a long week, so it's really nice to come outside in the sun and just take a break, pet the dogs, and get some ice cream.
Students also had a lemonade booth to collect money for The Call, which is a local and statewide nonprofit organization for kids in the foster care system.
I love how it's bringing the community together. We have an ice cream truck here, which is epic. It's bringing students out and coming outside, and I love how we're supporting a business while doing this.
This event was a great way to help a couple of local organizations in need, as well as a way for students to enjoy this beautiful spring weather.
With Ouachita News, I'm Rebecca Payton.
Now, looking forward to some upcoming events, Tiger Tracks is occurring this Saturday on April 26th. Rivalries, challenges, and unforgettable memories are just around the corner. This year, in particular, is the 50th anniversary of this long-standing event put on by the Ouachita Student Foundation. Mark your calendars for a day full of fun, raising money for student scholarships.
Speaking of rivalries and challenges, our Ouachita athletes are in the final stretch of games, meets, and competitions. Let's get an update on how they're doing. Kylie Kiskin has our Roar Rundown. Kylie?
Hey Tigers, I'm Kylie Kiskin, and welcome back to the Roar Rundown. As the spring semester is quickly coming to an end, the Tiger athletes previewed the upcoming summer by bringing the heat this past week. The Ouachita women's tennis team opened the final week of the regular season on Tuesday at home with a 7-0 Great American Conference victory over Arkansas Tech. Baseball defeated the Mule Riders of Southern Arkansas University yesterday in their victory of 7-4. They will host Henderson State in the Battle of the Ravine series this weekend in their final GAC Conference series. The conference tournament will begin next weekend in Enid, Oklahoma. Luke House was also selected as the NCAA D2 Central Region Pitcher of the Week, as well as the GAC Pitcher of the Week. Congratulations, Luke. The softball team earned its fourth series win of the season after a 2-0 victory over the Northwestern Oklahoma State University Rangers. They will look to find their final wins as they head into the final weekend of the regular season in Durant, Oklahoma next weekend. The women's track and field team set 5 school records and posted 2 NCAA provisional times last week at their meets in Azusa, California and Magnolia, Arkansas last week. Caitlin knocked a goal, Belle Lindsay, Elise Knight, JC McGregor, and Mackenzie Davis stood out for their record-breaking times. The men's track and field team also won 2 events and recorded 9 top 5 finishes across 3 meets this past week to wrap up the regular season. Braden James and Caden Callahan both won in their events. Josh Tibbs, Miller Goff, Caleb Hogue, Landon Proctor, Gabrielle Greenwich, Lawson Sanders, and Dylan Dew also made remarkable times in their respective events. If you want to keep up with the latest in Ouachita sports and cheer on our Tigers, visit obutigers.com and tune into the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. That's all for this week's Roar Rundown. I'm Kylie Kiskin. Go Tigers.
Thanks for that update, Kylie. Good luck to all of our athletes as they wrap up the season.
This brings us to our question of the day. In spirit of Tiger Tracks, we asked all of you what your favorite field day event is.
Macy Cash states that she always loved the relay races.
Emerson Thompson says she likes a classic game of tug of war.
Gabrielle Greenwich is a fan of the 3-legged races. What about you, Lucy?
Well, I think I'm going to have to agree with Emerson on this one. Tug of war is always fun to me.
Yeah.
How about you?
Oh, I'm always a fan of those relays. I got to go with Macy on this one.
All right, well, that's all we have for you today. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Ouachita News Show and to answer each question of the week. You might just see your responses pop up on the show.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Ouachita News Show so you never miss out on the latest and the greatest Ouachita news. We'll see you next week.